I see, so welcome back to my program, guys. Guess what? Today I am, in a way, I'm doing much better. Although I want to say that success is basically all the small things you do in life that make up the big things. Yes, and so it's all the small things about you that will make up the big thing about you. Yes, and so I understand that when I'm doing my life, I'm always trying to live my life the best way I can. I'm always trying to grow myself the best way I can and give as much content as I can so I can become a better version of myself and so that I can do life on my terms. But I realize life can be very hard, because a person needs to find a job, and once they find a job, then they need to work. And once they work, then they need to get richer in the process of life. And it's not easy. Life is not easy. And you have to realize that whatever you're doing, whether you're at home, whether you're traveling somewhere, whether you're visiting someone or whatever it is, it's not going to be easy to talk to people. It's not going to be easy to grow together. It's not going to be able to, I promise you, it's not going to be easy to grow together with people, and it's not going to be easy to do anything in life. So I'm understanding that when you're lifting yourself into a better version of yourself, you're always looking to do better, and you're always looking to grow yourself as much as possible so that you can live a great life. So you have to put in the effort. You have to enjoy your life, and you have to every single day do as much as you can so you can help yourself to grow and so you can help yourself to learn. Because who wants to learn today? I promise you, we all want to learn today something about life. We all want to learn something. We all want to get to a better stage in our lives. We all want to live a greater life with ourselves, and we all want to do something much greater for ourselves. So we have to do something that is going to help us to get to a better stage in life, and we have to grow ourselves now. So we have to do this now, as fast as possible, in terms of as quick as possible as we can, but not to burn ourselves out. And so we have to do things moderately, in a way that we are doing it, in a way that we are slow about things, but making sure that we are basically just learning at our own pace. That's what we need to do. We need to learn at our own pace, and we need to lift ourselves the best way we can. We need to do things according to ourselves, the way we need to do our life. But make sure you understand something. Do not go sucking up to other people. Do not go sucking up to other people. Try to help yourself to realize that you need to grow as much as possible, and you need to make a business for yourself and make something come true for you. So you have to make something come true for you, and you have to make sure that you understand something, that everyone around you thinks that you can't do it. And everyone around you doesn't care if you do it or not, and everyone around you won't give you anything so that you succeed. And so you have to realize you have to give everything of yourself to succeed, and you have to do it on your own terms and conditions, and you need to be able to live your life the way you need to live it. That's best for you to live with it. So what I suggest is move out of your parents' house and do not live with your parents, for example, because when you live with your parents, you're always like a kid in their house. You're like a little small child, when you're living with your parents. And you don't want to be looked at as a small child when you're with your parents. You want to be looked at as an adult. You want to be looked at as a person who's basically treated equally, just as anyone else, in terms of smarts and everything. And you want to be able to go where you feel is necessary for you, so that you can grow yourself in the process of life, and so that you can help yourself to deliver the best information in the world, and start doing your business the real way, and start really helping yourself to get into life and start giving of yourself to people. You understand? Start giving a lot of your content to people. Start really doing your life the best way you can, and start really understanding that you are worthy and that you have what it takes. I promise you, I want to say something. God's not going to come in your life to help you in a way that, He's not going to help you in a way that you think He's going to help you. You know, saying God helps us in different ways, but God's not going to come running outside of the heaven, or He's not going to come out of the heavens to support you and to help you get off the streets, or He's not going to help you in a way that He's not going to help you to basically do something that you need to be doing, So you need to realize you need to do things yourself. You have to ask God for help. You have to ask God for help. But you have to understand every single day that God does help us in some way, shape or form. God is helping us, for example, but we don't know how He's helping us. So we have to do something to talk with God and to figure out our own life and shape our life the way we need to shape it. So we need to focus on a better way of life. We need to focus on how life is and how life is going for us. So you have to realize that you need resources, and there's a lot of resources out in the world there. There's a lot of resources in the world, I want to say. So you just need to go and make your own seminar. You have to go and make your own content. You have to go and make your own thing. You have to make your own business online, and you need to be all for it, and you need to be delivering that on a daily basis, and you need to go and live your life today and start doing much more content for people. Start growing yourself much more in audio programs and video programs, and start giving much more of yourself to other people until you figure it out. Because you have to realize something. You're never going to have a figure out. You're never going to figure it out, but you will figure something out, and you will get to a better stage in your life, because that's what I believe in you, that you are going to do it. So you have to realize that I believe in God, for example. So you have to realize that I always believe in the higher power, and I always realize that there is an entity that wants to help us deliver content to people, that wants to help us to basically do our business and to help us get to a better stage in life. So whatever you're making in your life, whatever you're helping yourself to do with your life, you have to understand there is always a better way, and we all need support. We all need support in our way of life. I promise you, we all need to grow ourselves the best way we can. We all need to do something for ourselves. We all need to help ourselves to get to a better stage in life, and we all need to grow as much as possible. You have to interact with the audience, and you have to understand to ask them questions at the times that you feel is best to ask them questions. And you have to understand every single day of your life you need to do something to run your business in a good way. You have to understand to be a good person and start living your life the best way you can, and start doing much more work for the world around you. You understand? You have to understand to make a lot of content and start really branding yourself and start doing your life in the best kind of way possible. You understand? So that's what you need to do for yourself. I realize every single day I'm always growing. I'm always trying to help myself to get to a better stage in my life. But I don't want to go anywhere where I feel limited to do my work. You understand? So I want to go somewhere where I feel I can go and do my work as much as possible, where I don't feel limited to do my work. You understand? So I want to go and help myself to be around myself more. I want to have fun with myself more. I want to basically give content much more often. And I basically want to help myself to start doing much more content for the world around me, and to help people with whatever it is that is going on in their life, to provide them skills and techniques to help their life to succeed, because that's what I do. I'm a life coach. I help people achieve their goals. I help people by helping myself to basically get to a better stage in my life as well. So I'm understanding that because I help people get to a better stage in life, I basically do that online. And what I do is I try to get to a better stage in my own life. I try to do much better for myself, and I try to help myself to do whatever I can with my own time, to basically get to a better stage in my own life. You know, so mentally I want to be better, I want to be stronger, I want to be doing much better with myself. I want to be understanding that you have to understand something, that life is hard. You know, life is really hard, and life is not hard. I mean, life is not easy. Do you understand? I mean, life is not easy to live, and you have to be working. You have to be working towards something. You have to be building something for yourself, and that's how it is in eternity as well. You know, in eternity, you got your needs met. You know, in eternity, you have your needs met, for example, and this means that anytime you feel necessary to talk to God or whatever it is, you can always talk to God, and you can always get what you feel you need in any kind of moment, so you can experience life for yourself. So you have to realize there's always something that we need, and there's always something that we want. So we have to do something in our life to grow as human beings, and start really lifting the world around us, and start really talking much more to other people around us, and start living our life the best way we can. You understand? We need to do something with our business. We have to do something with what we're doing. You have to understand, nobody else is going to believe in you. You understand? Nobody else is going to believe in you. You have to believe in yourself. You have to do a lot of content for people, and you have to understand that your content is your business. You understand? So you have to make a business with your content. So when you do that for yourself, when you're helping yourself basically to help yourself to get to a better stage in your life, you have to be making content. You have to be doing a lot of content. You have to be making something come true for you. You have to be making sure that you're a public speaker, that you're a life coach, that you are a DJ or music producer or whatever you are, that you have to be doing that daily as much as possible, and do nothing else. You understand? Do as much as possible your passions and what you're passionate about, and start doing that more often in your daily life, because that's all that's worth doing in life. Just do your passions. Keep doing your passions every day. Post online your passions. Start posting online everything that you are, everything that you create. Start making information for online purposes and for online use, and start really making your dreams come true. Start making a business for yourself. This whole thing about you, about what you're doing with your life, about how you're going to grow, about what you're going to do with your life, and how you're going to help yourself to realize things, or whatever it is that's on your mind. Start really understanding that you can get there. You can get to a place in your life where you're coaching other people, where you're really a coach, where you're really someone who can help other people based on your life experiences and based on what you're doing. But you need a lot of confidence. You need a lot of backup information about you. You need to understand you have to do a lot of content, and you have to make a lot of content online for people, and you have to make a profile about yourself online, and you have to advertise that to the masses, and you have to start doing it eventually in real life. You understand? You have to do it in real life, and not just online, but you have to do it in real life also with people. You have to practice becoming that version of yourself that you feel you need to be. So you have to start coaching people around you. Okay? You need to start coaching people around you, and basically give them some information for free until you're making money. You understand? Give people free information until you're making money. You understand? That's what you need to be doing. You need to be giving a lot of free information for people on your channel or on your profile for free. Okay? So give them your business card, and start really helping yourself to get to a better stage in your life where you feel deserving of a credibility in your life, and when you feel that you can now get recognized about who you are and how you're growing as a human being. You know, saying you need to grow yourself. You need to grow your life. You need to grow your potential. You have to understand every single day is going to be worth it. You know, you have to believe in your life. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that you can make it and that you can make your dreams come true. You know, I promise you, I'm going to say this, that it's not going to be easy. That for the next 6 years, you're going to be making this profile online about you. And lots of people are not going to give you money. I promise you, many people are not going to give you money for anything you've done online. Okay? And from this point on, what you do is you make free information until you're making money online. You understand? You make all this free information come true, and then make sure that you get to a better place in your life, personally, in your own life, because that's what it's all about. You understand? Because getting to a better place in your life is where the money is. You understand? You need to get better mentally. You have to get better spiritually. You have to get mentally better and physically better. You have to start doing your life overall and start really developing your life as much as possible, and start really understanding that you are important and that you matter. Okay? Because every single day I understand that, for example, that when you walk around the crowd of people, they're not going to know you, they're not going to talk to you, and they're not going to do anything for you in that moment. You understand? I promise you, they're not coming to give you anything, and they're not coming to do anything for you. You understand? So you have to understand to go where you feel is necessary in your life. Go alone somewhere, go with yourself somewhere alone, and go start being alone with yourself, because that's where you are cool. That's where you're doing something in your life to be someone in your own life. You know, so you do all this content online for people, and you start making your dreams come true. You start helping yourself to coach people, and you start helping yourself to make a lot of information products about you, and start really developing yourself as much as possible into the person you need to be. You understand? Because that's how serious your business can get. Your business is basically serious when you are giving your heart out toward whatever you're giving in your life. You understand? So you have to understand, you have to be serious, but you also have to be playful, and you have to have a good time as well in the process. But you have to be all about business. You have to be all about business. You have to learn business. You have to learn advertising. You have to learn all this kind of stuff. You have to get yourself in front of people, and you have to start talking to people, because that's what makes you qualified. Okay? Because you're in front of people, now you're speaking in front of people, and they're listening to you, and because you're the one talking to people, okay? Because you're the one public speaking to them, now you're the one who's qualified, because they're the ones sitting down listening to you. You understand? And you need to get to yourself in that position. You have to start doing that in your daily life, because that's all you're about. You understand? And you have to start doing your life the way you live your life. Okay? For example, if you're a music producer, you do music production. Okay? You do music production, you do DJing, you do whatever it is that is your passion, and start making your business come true and believe in yourself. I mean, do you understand? Believe in yourself, because you have to understand that people around you are not going to believe in you. People around you are going to try to drag you down. People around you are going to try to make you feel unworthy. They're going to try tackle you down, and they're going to try make everything under the blue sky so that you don't achieve your dreams. You understand? So people around you are going to try everything in their power so that you don't achieve your dreams. You understand? But you have to push through. You have to keep giving content, and you have to understand to never believe in them. Believe in yourself, and start pushing your life to success. Start pushing your life to your dreams. You understand? Because that's what's worth it. You understand? Your life is worth it. You have to understand to coach people. You have to understand that life is not easy. Life is hard. Okay? Everything that you make in life can come hard or can come easy. You understand? What do you want out of life? Do you want the easy way, or do you want the hard way? Because the hard way won't be easy, and the easy road will be hard. Do you understand? So that's why I want to show you something. that you have to go the hard way, okay? You have to go the hard way, but you have to act smartly about it. You understand? You have to do things smartly in your life, and you have to understand to make something of yourself, regardless of what's happening around you. And then start really understanding that in my life personally, people have left me, okay? People have gone their own ways. People are no longer associated to me. Even online, they're not searching for me, and they're not basically associating themselves to my profile or anything. You know, so you have to realize that in life, people are going to leave you, and people are going to dog you, and people are going to put you down, and people are going to try to drag you down, and people are going to try everything under the blue moon so that you don't achieve your dreams. You understand? They don't want you to achieve your dreams because they're scared that you become more of a success than them. You understand? That's what they're scared about. You know, they don't want you to become more of a success than them, because then that makes them feel shit. You understand? But you have to become a success for yourself as much as possible, and you have to start doing your life on your terms. You have to start doing your life the best way that you know how, and start doing your life the best way that you feel is necessary for you to grow as a human being, and to pronounce yourself into the world, and start doing a lot of content for people, and start really helping yourself to get to a better stage in your life. You know, you have to be all about business. You have to be all about whatever it is that's on your mind. You have to start doing your life the best way possible, and you have to start living your life in accordance to what you feel is necessary for you. You understand? So anyway, guys, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this program. I hope to see you guys in the next program, and see you guys very soon.